degree to which you are willing to allow the definition, no matter how different it looks, to actually be real right now.
Real right now. It's real right now. Did I tell you that it's real right now? This that reality that you want right now. It already exists right now. All you have to do is be that reality. It will become that right now. Let me tell you, this is how you do it, folks. Step right up. We've got buy one, get one free. Buy one reality, get a reality for free just today only.
What if I told you that channeling isn't about hearing aliens or predicting the future, but about how consciousness plays with itself inside the simulation? Welcome everyone to the Simulation Frequency. On today's episode, we're going to take a deep dive into channeling. But what is it really in the simulation framework? And why some messages resonate, why others fall apart, and what the interesting case can teach us about the mechanics of imagination itself. And I want to make a disclaimer about this episode. I enjoy Bashar's teachings as much as the next person, and I am open to exploring both sides of the pendulum, including the middle, because I want this channel to be a free, open discussion. So I understand when people might look at channelers and other entities of this sort and find utter confusion. So let's demystify channeling. At its simplest, channeling is the claimed reception of information by a person attributed to some external intelligence, spirit, alien, a higher self, archetyped, or collective mind. But in the simulation lens, channeling is just one pattern by which consciousness projects voices of itself. Different nodes, different addresses, but always the same underlying source. Number of models for channeling. There is something that is considered genuine, where the channeler is tuning into another node of consciousness. Could be human spirits, ETs, higher density beings. And think of things like the Seth material or Edward Case. How about the Jungian archetypal model? This channel taps into symbolic archetypes from the collective unconscious. The voice is real, but it's mythical, not literal. Think like tarot cards. And how about subconscious synthesis? The brain recombines material it's absorbed. The unconscious makes it sound novel, but it's really recycled data. We can reference things like near-death experiences and those of the likes of Dolores Cannon. And there's also things like cold reading and neurolinguistic programming. And how about the social performative dynamics where the channeler and audience co-create the narrative? Prophecies and answers shift the community's mood. And then there's the cognitive brain state type of channeling, where you go into trance, meditation, and disassociation produces altered brain rhythms. I'm pretty sure that's how Bashar says that he is channeling. He is matching the frequency of the entities outside of this 3D. EEGs can confirm altered states, but not prove that it's an alien. So why does some channeling feel profound and other times fall flat? Because predictions are often probable outcomes. In simulation terms, channels are sampling different potential renderings. Small shifts equals big changes. And misses are framed. We avoided the timeline, or it was symbolic, kind of retrofitting what may have not before. And sounds like a lot of borrowed knowledge from books, near-death experience reports, conspiracy culture filter into downloads. Not fraud, but unconscious recycling. And there's a lot of performance charisma. That delivery convinces more than data. And commerce and community. Predictions and products sustain the ecosystem. And with weak evidence, like sometimes EEGs and crystals, that can create spectacles and not proof. And a lot of times there's misinterpreted phenomena. Synchronistic gets weird and could get dressed up as alien contact. Now let's talk Bashar. There had been some failed predictions, elections, world timelines, alien contact deadlines, repeatedly shifted or missed. In simulation terms, powerful social scripting, not prophecy. And then there's source barring. I have seen sources on the internet that have mapped Bashar's statements to Seth, Dolores Cannon, Greer, shamanism, and just sci-fi. The plausible explanation is subconscious synthesis, not necessarily alien intel. Let's not forget about the merchandising. The $230 contact crystals are likely color-treated quartz. It's commerce woven into the channel. And let's talk about brainwave data. It does prove altered states of consciousness, but it doesn't prove alien contact. And then there's just lack of overall psi demonstrations. Unlike case or verifiable mediums, there's been little controlled evidence. And does this make Bashar fake? Not necessarily. It makes him, like all channels, an expression of consciousness, weaving narratives, some archetypal, some recycled, and some commercially flavored. So channeling can heal. It can inspire. It can expand imagination. But it can also entrench dependency, create fear-based control, or monetize uncertainty. The key is informed consent. If someone claims literal non-human contact, we should be able to expect testable evidence. If instead it works as a metaphor, then judge it like poetry, by whether it helps you expand. Channeling in the simulation isn't about alien whispering secrets. It's about how consciousness explores itself through voices, archetypes, and imagination. Sometimes it's profound, and sometimes it's just recycled data with new branding. But the most important channel you'll ever tune into isn't Bashar, or Seth, or Case. It's the one voice that never stops broadcasting in the simulation. You.